Ethan Couch, the poster boy for that lethal combination of self-entitlement and irresponsibility, well, he's back in the news again. He's just been released from prison, but fear not, folks. I think I have an idea on how we can cure this sick puppy once and for all. Do you remember Ethan Couch? He's that imbecile who actually dodged a deadly drunk driving charge thanks to being afflicted with affluenza. Okay, while affluenza might sound like influenza, it's really just a made-up word, and it's not a real disease either, even though in all honesty, everything I know about Ethan Couch kind of makes me sick to my stomach. In any event, the Couch saga made headlines the world over in 2013 when the then 16-year-old tanked up on about 3 times the legal limit of alcohol and proceeded to get behind the wheel of a pickup truck. The inevitable happened. Couch caused a horrific accident that resulted in 4 people dying and 2 others being seriously injured. However, it wasn't the deadly DWI case in Texas that made headlines around the globe. No, the world took notice of this case given what transpired in a courtroom during Couch's trial. That's because Couch's legal defense team argued that this kid was not responsible for his actions because he had been raised in the lap of luxury. And due to his posh and pampered lifestyle, poor little Ethan, he never really truly developed the ability to distinguish right from wrong. Indeed, a psychologist testified that Couch was the victim here because the kid suffered from that so-called affluenza. The shrink argued that he was essentially the byproduct of being brought up by very wealthy and very privileged parents who never set limits for him. And incredibly, folks, the judge bought the affluenza defense hook, line, and stinker. And so it was that due to the debilitating case of affluenza, this spoilt little bastard was given just 10 years probation. Precious Ethan would never have to spend a day in the slammer, as long as he followed his probation conditions, that is. But you know something, folks, that affluenza bug is really hard to shake, because in December 2015, a short video was posted on Twitter showing Ethan attending a party where alcohol was being served. Uh-oh, that's a potential parole violation. But before Ethan could get hauled into court again, his helicopter mom, Tanya, zoomed off to Mexico with the kid. They changed their appearances and they ditched their IDs. Yes, apparently the apple doesn't really fall that far from the tree after all. But this ruse didn't work because 2 weeks later, this endearing mother and son combo were arrested and brought back to Texas. Ethan's case was moved to adult court for violating his parole conditions. And this time around, for whatever reason, that good old affluenza defense didn't hold up. Ethan was sentenced to almost 2 years. As for Mummy Dearest, Tanya is currently facing charges of money laundering and hindering apprehension of a felon. That felon being her son, of course. By the way, Mother Tanya won't be much of a flight risk given that she failed her drug test, resulting in her bond being revoked. Now, is it just me or do the Couches kind of make the Addams family look like the Brady Bunch? And oh, I would be remiss if I did not point out a perversely ironic sidebar to this whole sordid saga. While serving his original probation, Ethan was forced to undergo rehab. But the parents balked at picking up the tab. So guess who got stuck with that $200,000 rehab bill? Yeah, the taxpayers of Texas. Nice. As it stands now, under the terms of his current probation, Ethan isn't permitted to drive or drink alcohol, and he cannot leave the Fort Worth area without approval from the authorities. He must also look for a job. Wow, I'd love to be a fly on the wall during that job interview. And the kid has to perform some community service. But in the final analysis, I'm left wondering why he was originally sentenced for his parole violation in the first place. After all, clearly this kid is still suffering from the debilitating effects of affluenza, right? And isn't jailing someone who can't tell right from wrong due to a wealthy upbringing tantamount to cruel and unusual punishment? So I'm proposing some tough love for this kid, which is to say the only way to purge this awful affluenza from his system is to make him go cold turkey. So how about we dispatch Ethan to a destination that's best known for its poverty-enza? I'm thinking Haiti or the Sudan or North Korea perhaps, and maybe after spending a decade or so in one of those de rigueur shiteholes, that dreadful condition known as affluenza will be eradicated from his system once and for all. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a brand new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.